What's going on? Summer Del Piso once again here in my casa, right? In the goddamn household. And so we are gonna chat, right? We're gonna chat, and we're gonna keep chatting, and that's the name of the beast. Right? I'm gonna watch Weapons again. My friend is inviting me as a birthday present for me to watch that movie again. I'm gonna check it out. Maybe there's some things I missed. To be honest, I don't think I missed anything from the first view around, but you never know. So we're gonna do that. Anyway, as you guys are coming in, leave some likes, of course, subscribe. If you're not subscribed, comment if I don't know you. And you want to be heard, because I think all of us have like this inherent need to be heard and seen. So let it be known. See what's going on. I know Horizon is here. Where's Uzman? Where's my guy? Where's my guy? There he is. Portrait del Piso Returner. What's going on? What's going on? I had a good time today, man. I've learned a lot about K-pop. So much more about K-pop. So I was one of the first movers on K-pop. I'm gonna come clean. I was on it for a very long time. It was nice to look at what changed in the industry because I haven't really looked at it in a while. And there's a lot of young girls in the industry. I think it's always been like sort of, I guess, but a lot of choreography and I think a lot of unwillingness to push the boundary. No goth phase, but K-pop phase. Yeah, I was in England. These guys are heavy into like Big Bang, 2NE1, M Black, something 2 a.m. I forget. All these guys. Ashley, the obsessive Eminem fan. Yep, it's you again. What's going on? SB TV. Boom times. JB the 96 F's. JB the 96 pause. JB the 96 F's. 96 pause. Serious. It's me now. Timothy back up MC now. Pure Shelly, man with a pre now. Watch when I jump back on the beats now. Yo, I remember when I first got put on to Tempati during my first trips to the UK. I'm telling you, I'm like, I love this guy, man. Tempati, Tempa, next time, times. I love Tempati. Oh man. You're owning that accent. Yo, I love Tempati. I love that video. He's hilarious. Pure Shelly. Uzman Singh. Guys, leave some likes, man. Let's ask some questions, man. It's late right now. Let me look at the hours for Blink. Hours for Blink Fitness tomorrow. Yes, fine. Let's figure this out. Exactly, 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Okay. So we're gonna go to the gym early tomorrow because tomorrow's Labor Day. So, yeah. Tomorrow is Monday already. Tomorrow's Monday already. Uzman, ask some questions, man. Ask some questions. Let's figure some stuff out. Hey, Uzman. The 7th is Sunday. Horizon, that's what we leave it on Sunday, baby. 12:50, we're gonna be in the sky. 7th is the first Lions game. Don't nobody listen. That's why we need to get you to Columbia because you can't be worrying too much about what's going on in Detroit because that doesn't matter. Detroit is just Detroit, right? Ain't nothing going on in Detroit. How was the catch up with your friend? It was fun. We went to. That's what I said. We went to what do you call it? We went to some Korean barbecue spot. So that was fun. I had a good time. I had a very good time. And we learned a lot. We learned a lot. And it's good to see him again because I really appreciate this guy, man. We fell out for a little bit, but I reached back out because one thing that was very telling about him is that he's very communicative, and I think that that's very important, and that's like the trademark of any good relationship, whether it be interpersonal or intimate. This dude always communicated, always. That dude is a solid dude. He was when I first went to Colombia in 2022 to live. But I went to what did I do first? I did Portugal first, and then I did London, and then I did Colombia. Yo, he coordinated a whole surprise party for me, and he duped me. It was crazy. I went out with this girl. He picked me up all the way from some part of Brooklyn. He brought me all the way to the other side of Brooklyn, and he surprised me. It was fire. I'm like, yo, this dude is cool as hell, man. So, yeah, that's a solid dude. So I was just like, yo, let's chat. Love him to death, man. He's cool as hell. He's funny, very funny. What's going on? Hey, good evening, summer. What's going on? Malmac. Venny, what's up? Good news, brother. You're engaged? Congratulations, man. Oh, shoot. Look at these guys moving on. Let's go. Oh, I'm pretty proud. Let's do it. Let's do it, man. When's the ceremony going to happen? That PFP is still iconic, bro. Oh, my gosh. What's up, bro? I'm from Argentina. ¿Qué tal? Yo puedo hablar español. La idioma es difícil a hablar a veces con ustedes porque hay muchas vocabulario que no me entienden. ¿Me entiendes, señor? Speak Spanish with a British accent. Oi, puedo tomar un vaso de cerveza? I can't even do it. That's hard. I can't even do it. It's hard. You can't mix the two. You need a mastery of the Spanish, which I have-ish. I heard you speaking about Detroit. Detroit is not it. I'm telling you that right now. Stop wasting time traveling in the United States. He's saying on the 7th, it's the first Lions game. And I'm just like, we need to get you to Colombia so we don't even think about that stuff. Straight up. It sounded like a Texan attempting Spanish. Good try. Where are you streaming from? A phone. Constructed by a group of people living in various countries. And sold for a good price in the United States. I'm originally from there. I live in Texas. Nice. Pero estoy en los Estados Unidos. Estoy viviendo acá, en la ciudad de Nueva York. Yeah. Detroit was decent until the manufacturing plants left. Yeah, as with most of American manufacturing. But remember, like I said earlier in this stream, we need to be proud to be American because we can make a lot of money. We can make a lot of chicken in the United States. We can make a lot of money in the United States. We just cannot settle for the American women in the United States. That's what I'm saying. That's the trick. Ceremony's happening on the 12th of December, my brother, and I'm very excited. I've been with her for 4 years now. That's seriously. He said, oh, this is where this is going. What are you talking about? A lot of cheddar, bruv. Yep. Eso que locura, Nueva York, la mejor, hermano. Mucho éxito. Gracias. Porque yo estoy intentando para, ¿cómo se dice? A deber éxito acá por mucho tiempo. Pero yo puedo decir que tener poco éxito en esa ciudad. Nice hat. Thank you, man. Thank you very much. Thank you. But yeah, stop. We need to get away. You utilize your strength as an American. Seriously, utilize your strength as an American. Utilize it. You could do a lot. But the thing is, Usman is another guy that's making a lot of chicken in the UK. Because in the UK you can make a lot of money too. It's just that you got to be a little clever about it. That's all. Wow, you can't settle for American woman. No, you cannot. You cannot. Hakeem, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the live stream. Welcome back to the live stream. I have a dare for you. All right, figure collector, what is the dare? What is your goal with your channel, homie? You a passport bro? No. No, Mr. Richardson, I am not. Summer Death Piso is not a passport bro. The reason why I have it conveniently placed next to me is because, I had to buy tickets and whatnot. So you got to put your passport number in there. But anyway, Matthew, I like to travel. We like to talk about, do you watch any of the other content on my channel, which is talking about a lot about philosophy, metaphysics, religion? Do you do that? No, you just make assumptions? That's great. Put mismatched socks on mismatched shoes on. I was doing that, by the way, when I was broke. I was doing that when I was broke. I love the culture, the music, and the part of making money, but I know it's hard. Tongo there, start from the zero. Yeah, that's serious. Brandon, man. Let's hear your questions. Did I miss something? No, you didn't, Brandon. What it is did you miss something? I knew that you were saying that. We changed up the trip a little bit. Again, Summer del Piso, the most indecisive. I'm actually not even indecisive. I'm gonna say it like that. I'm actually firm in the decisions that I make. Look at dogs change it to Summer del Piso again. We just need a whole bunch of you guys, all the regulars, just change it to different faces of me. That'll be interesting. It's gonna be like Dread Pirate Roberts from the Princess Bride. Man, you all over the place. That's serious. You're going to do it. I will send you a gift if you do it. What are you saying? What the hell are you saying? Oh no, I'm not gonna do that. Make smash stocks and whatnot. He said, man, you all over the place. No. We are still going to, where are we going? Georgia. We're still going to Tbilisi. That's not a doubt. The thing is, B-Dog, is that we're not going to Armenia. We're not going to make it because we don't have enough time. Because something changed in the itinerary. So we're going to go there for a little bit, and then we're going to go to the surprise part. And you know what I'm talking about. Did you get that visit? Yes, I did, of course. Yes, I did. That's natural, Brandon. That wasn't the problem. I didn't, of course. And I got it on my birthday, by the way, no less. It was very, very nice. He said, let's talk about it. What do we need to talk about, Brandon? What do we need to talk about? What is it that you want to hear? Did you get any more clarity? Oh, yes. Yes, I did. Um, um, I think more clarity on my end and her end too, somewhat. Yeah, no, yeah. You're more like a Gilbert or Arenas. Good or bad? No, it's good. It's pretty good. Brandon, we're gonna. There's a lot of stuff happening, by the way. I'm gonna let you know. I'm gonna let you know. What is it that you want to hear, man? Okay, we got the clarity bit. Hi, how you doing? What's going on, Miss Adler? So is the relationship going to take a step forward or no movement? We don't know. We don't know, my friend. I think I think it's going somewhere. I think so. I think so. For sure. Also, my regard with that has changed as well. Thank you very much. A lot of people are liking my hat. I just got it. How do you feel now? I feel very, very good. Irene, my Instagram is in the what do you call it? What do you call that? The message below, the description below, description box. Brandon, I've been feeling very, very clear, to be honest. Very, very clear. Horizon with the one gift membership. Akeem is finally a member of the goddamn channel. Welcome. Um, but yeah, no, Brandon, I feel very, very good though. I feel very, very good. And even when we were chatting, like I felt great as well. Um, I was a little unsure before just because I don't know. I don't know. It's just I was maybe thinking about myself before the summer, like how I saw things and whatnot. But anyway, I think if we're gonna be incredibly clear, or a little bit vague, let's be a little bit vague. I think that the dynamic is going to change up a little soon. I think so. Something interesting is afoot. I don't know what it is. Horizon with the other. Dang it! What are you trying to do, Horizon? What are you trying to do? Why do you keep saying "dang it"? Thank you so much for the gifted membership. Um. Yeah, Brandon. I think the dynamic is going to change very soon. It seems like I am going to. I've always been getting not recently. I think I've been getting what I desire. So let's go, Horizon with another gifted. Thank you, Horizon. Why are you gifting me so much? What's going on, Brandon? Where are you at? I'm trying to give Brandon a gift. Oh, yeah, we need to bring him back in. Where is Brandon? Brandon, let us know that you're still in the chat. Ready to come back to the States. Why? What happened? What's going on in DR? Hello, my friend. My name is Alex from Russia. Russia. It sounds like an English person. That's just cosplaying. Boran, what's going on, man? You cool bean. Thank you for keeping our heads up. You know, this is what I do. That's what I do on the channel. Brandon, what else do you want to know? Brandon, what else do you want to know? We have now 2 surprise locations, by the way. 2 surprise locations that we're going to in Europe. Somewhere del Piso is always keeping you on your toes. That's it. I think that's what it's about, right? I found your RJ account. Thanks. Do you live in Tbilisi? No. No. Okay, do you have a good session, Mr. Sharp? That's not even Mr. Sharp. I don't know what references you're trying to make right here. I don't understand the reference. Definitely not paying for sex. Or begging for it at all. I think it's genuinely just offered, really. It's just I'm looking for more. Would you at least get a title? No, we're not chasing titles right now. I mean, well, not at the moment. Look at that, Mr. Sharp. I didn't get that. I saw it wrong. No, because I did a what do you call it? I have a picture. What is it? With my friend from work. We were twinsies. He put me on to these shoes because I have bad feet, and so there's these shoes that have orthopedic soles, and they're like made in Italy. You know, they're like Italian leather and everything. So he put me on, and I bought. First of all, I was able to get a deal with the guy, so I got a discount on the shoe. That's basically discontinued. And he wore his shoe the last time we worked together and closed together. So we were like twinsies for the day. It was fire. I'm not gonna lie, it was really fun. It was pretty cool. We were getting called all types of names by the kitchen, but we didn't care, right? Because we just, we were cool. Oh, so you did brag about carrying someone around. Huh? What? Somewhere I did 90 days of retention, and suddenly I'm getting gang stalked by a lot of women in my town. Gang stalked by women? Really? What is going on? Sir, I'm on day 22, check in. What you want to know? What is going on? Like, you want to know so much. What is going on? Brandon, what is going on? He wants to know so much. Wait, is there a label? What's this? Yo, we're checking. Brandon, what do you really want to know? What's the question? What is the question, Brandon? What is the question? What is it that you really want to know? Tell us what you really want to know. I'm being serious. They say nasty things. What should I do? Confront them. Why? What is it that you're saying to me? Why is it that you're saying this stuff to me? What do you want? Or just continue ignoring them. Like that's very, very strange behavior. I don't think I've ever gotten gang stalked by women, especially in on semen retention. No. Strange experiences, yeah. Hold on. Someone just followed me on Instagram. You were very distracted and concerned about the situation. But I don't know. I've sort of come to like some sort of release now because I've understood a lot. No mamas, what's going on? Agostine, right? I remember you. ¿Qué tal? Canary, what's going on? It's me. It's you. All right, we'll check that out. Thank you, Irene. Let me look. First of all, Irene, isn't that a character from a movie? What's poppin'? What's going on, Alyssa the Dawn? Yeah, Brandon, we're good. We're good. Thank you very much. We had a wonderful birthday the entire day, even though nothing actually. I had a great day. I worked, but I got cooked really good food by the cooks. It's a great day. It's my dryer broken. He said it wasn't me. Sir's on day 9,000. Irene Adler was from Sherlock. That's right. I am Sherlocked. That was the that episode where we had to guess what was on her phone. I mean, how to unlock her phone. That's right. That's right. And then Benedict Cumberbatch was like really like attracted to her. Are you a waitress too? I'm a waiter. Thanks. What did you do for your birthday? I worked. Had a long conversation. And that's what happened. What's going on, Malik? Welcome back. My name is different. Irene Adler's girlfriend, Sherlock, my favorite. So I had a very, very good birthday. I'm not gonna lie. I had a very good birthday. That they didn't even expect. I don't know. I think things are changing. That's what I'm saying, Brandon. I think this dynamic is changing naturally. I'm not forcing anything, but I feel like this thing is changing a lot. Okay, long conversation and workout. Check in, sir. What day you on now? I don't know. We can change. I don't know. Look, what is going on with you? I've been out of the Army for 7 years, and I got a call from a recruiter asking me to re-enlist. That's interesting. That's like jury duty. Which I thank you for reminding me. I have to give my sister, when I see her in Europe, her jury duty envelope. Oh my. What is going on with you guys? I'm like talking to two different people. We got Brandon demanding answers, and we got this one demanding answers. Like, what is going on? What is in the air? Are y'all drinking? Is there something in the tap water? Little freaks. Yo, what's wrong with you guys? What is going on? Yeah. We don't get to talk to you like old times, so we got to get everything out we can. Now, you just like the cheeseman. That's really it. They want you to spill all the tea. It's him. Yo, what day you at? What is this clarity? What's the level? Are you at? Did you pass level 61? I'm like, yo, mate. I was concerned the last time. You're right, and I appreciate you for checking in. Like I said, I think I've relinquished the idea, not even the idea, but the need and the requirement, the personal requirement for titles and whatnot. We're gonna get to a point, I think, and I think this dynamic is shifting anyway. It's going up because that has a lot to do with what's coming. I'm not gonna say anything. This is gonna be a surprise and everything. We're gonna let you know when we let you know. So. To let anything fall with their fall. I think it's just evolving on its own. I don't even need to push anything. It's getting somewhere for sure. Hold on, I'm sorry. I got an air transplant about 2 weeks ago. My body feels like I got a few donor area. What's that? We're still doing the Colombia trip. Just want to let you know. Colombia, by the way, with two O's, no U's in Colombia. I already have like a lot of the tabs on the web browser open. Remember, because I told you what was going on. I'm going first to Detroit from JFK, and then I'm going to rendezvous with this guy for a couple days, and then film it and whatnot. We're gonna do the makeover with him. We're gonna go to what was it? We're gonna do the makeover. We're gonna do the gym, and then we're gonna do the dinner, and then we're gonna have to do another dinner, and then we both go to Colombia, and then we're gonna hang out there, film, blah 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 blah, blah, and then try to get his takes on what he thinks about the talent over in Colombia, and then we move on from there. Oh, the back of the head is a donor. I had no idea. Okay, interesting. I've been to Cali, Colombia. Cali is very nice. Yeah. Sorry, guys. I've been distracted. This is we're gonna see what happens. I feel like we're gonna see what happens, man. I'm telling you, life has been nuts. Also, where's Brandon? Because he likes to hear all the cheese, man. He likes to delve in. Where's Brandon? Brandon, are you still around? Let me know. Let me know. What was the excitement for the weekend? What was the excitement? I don't know. I was hanging out with this girl I know earlier today. We're supposed to be going out tomorrow to watch a movie. Also, who do you remember the American girl, the American woman, right? The one that works out 4 to 5 times a week. She's in her early 40s, and her mouth is so incendiary. Do you guys remember my story about that? I don't think Brandon was around for that, actually. Are you gonna see Weapons? If not, you must. I did it already, but I'm gonna watch it with her because she hasn't seen it, and I gave her a recommendation to see it. Where's Brandon? Brandon, where are you? She, Irene said, "Am I? I don't know. Wait, what girl are you going with? How you just slide that in there?" Brandon, a lot of things are happening, by the way. A lot. You got to get with the program. I just want to let you know. So, Brandon, you didn't hear this because you weren't around. There was a time I was at work, right? Summer del Piso was at work. We were doing our thing, right? Just working. We were, what we do. We look at the talent that enters the workplace. I'm bothering the bartender because I like teasing the dude. The head chef and I are back on good terms, and so we're good there. And I'm just overall enjoying the ambiance. It's cool. I'm the only American that works in the blasted place too. We got this Ukrainian guy that's working there. I'm gonna come clean. I feel like he just doesn't get it yet, but it's okay. I do love him, and the reason why he's even working in the blasted Georgian restaurant is because of me. I put in a very, very good word. I said that he caught on to what needs to be done faster than everyone else, but I think he's falling apart right now, and it's looking bad on my recommendation. That's neither here or there. I'm just giving you a little backstory on how I was feeling before I met this woman today. This woman comes in. I knew she was a little older, but like you couldn't really tell. She's talent and friends. I'm gonna tell you what's going on, Brandon. Give me 1 second. Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay, let me grab my tea. All right, listen. Ranch Base Jackson? No, that's not me. What's up, my boy? How you doing today? I'm good. Thank you very much. Woo! So, Brandon, come through. So, what happened was this. This girl, this woman comes in, right? She had, like, I could tell she has a very, very nice frame. Like, she can tell, like, she's doing something physical, because or maybe it was just maybe genetics as well. What's going on, recycling? Because she had a very, very good shape. She's like pale. She had red hair. She looked good. I'm like, her face was very bright, and I'm just like, you could. She would probably wear a little makeup, right? Hold on. Stellar. Right. So look. So she comes in. She's like, "Hi, I have something. I have a reservation. My friend has a reservation, but I'm the first one here. Can I sit at the bar?" And I'm like, "No. What's your friend's name? Like, tell me what your friend's name is." Olga. I'm like, "Oh, okay. We have a reservation. I have the tablet there." I'm like, "You go sit down." She's like, "Are you sure? Are you sure I can sit down?" I'm like, "Yeah, of course. Come take a seat." Right. What's going on, Malik? So I have her sit down at the first table, and she takes off her little cardigan. Right, she looking like, for the people that know, she had the little Mandy Moore outfit from A Walk to Remember. I don't know if you guys are gonna get that reference, but I'm thinking that she's like innocent and whatnot and cool and all that stuff. So anyway, cue in, fast forward, her friend comes through and she's getting incendiary. She's like, "Oh, look, this is my Russian friend and we're in a Russian restaurant." Of course, the Georgians in the back didn't want to hear that because, Russia is not doesn't have the best relations with Georgians. And, they've infiltrated their government and whatnot. What them toes look like? No. I didn't look. And she said, "Brandon, let's calm down." I wasn't even at that point. I'm gonna call it what it is. I wasn't at that point. I didn't really care. But give me one. Actually, give me 1 second. We're gonna continue. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I have to answer this message. Hello, Brandon. That's what I'm saying. Brandon, you got to chill out. That's not even. You can't. You gotta in the space with the woman. Then that's when you get like that. But like here, no. Okay. The first. Sorry, give me 1 second, guys. We are picky about the toes. Brandon, I'm hollering toes. Not, feet are nice, but it's just you can't get caught up with that too much. Um, Look at him speaking perfect English. You should keep speaking like this. Always believe that you are banned, that you could be banned. Sorry. Okay, let's go. What are you doing right now, Chad? What's going on? Okay, we back. We back. Question: in marriage, to what degree should personal identity be reshaped to meet a partner's expectation? That's a good question. I think that you need to. It depends. There are some things like compromise. A lot of us are not very willing to compromise, especially in relationships, in interpersonal relationships, especially in intimate relationships. And so we need to learn how to do that. Where it becomes a risk to your autonomy as an individual is when you are forcing yourself to constantly compromise. You're forcing yourself to constantly do something for that other person because that person told you to do it and not because you feel like doing it. And that's where you have to draw the line, and that's where it becomes a little bit of a hindrance to the entirety of the relationship. You have to, when that person is giving you like sort of shining light on something that they would like for you to do, you need to acknowledge it and try to see it as not as an attack on your incompetence, but rather You trying to make the other person happy or trying to make them please or whatnot. You're compromising, and don't make tally marks of how many times you've compromised with that person or and whatnot. Just do it. That's what I said about like, and that's why like Brandon. If you want to keep it real, like I think that's why this situation has lasted so long because she makes compromises too, and I make a lot of compromises, especially with each and that's why it lasts so long. So, does that intercom system behind you still work? Yes, it does. Of course, it does. Never losing oneself. That's marriage, and just just sacrificing a little, making the person happy. Yeah, you shouldn't, Malik. Don't ever do that. That's never healthy. Look what I wrote about Sombra. My wife wanted for me to get the hair transplant. I personally didn't care about losing my hair or not, but I did it for her. I don't know. I wouldn't. I would have a different style, and I probably wouldn't have done the transplant. But that's fine too. Then she owes you something in return, Brandon. We're not doing that tit for tat. I don't think that ever works. It's never going to lead to something healthy. How do you spell? Sorry. He said BBL. No, BBL. Yeah, Brandon is not. Yeah, he not there yet. Oh, BBL. Ugh. My ex asked me to do something like that, and I told her to get my name tattooed on her, and she did. It looks great in her new relationship. It's nuts. That's so nuts. But yeah, anyway, let me continue the story. Let's continue the story. Let me continue the story. Let me first throw out these cherry pits. We're going to continue the story. It's okay to reasonably change yours. Yes, more about this mystery woman. Okay, so what happened? So her friend comes, oh yeah, the Georgian stuff, because the Georgians don't like being, um, called Russian, or they don't want to hear anything Russian because, they infiltrated their government and all that stuff. And they're not the best kind of people. And of course, the history that they have with the Russians. So I told her we got more comfortable with each other and whatnot, because she speaks a lot, which she's American. This is what I was saying earlier the night that I met her with you guys, because I live streamed about it. She is American through and through. Like, she's an American woman for sure. Independent. She got her own thing going on. The thing is, she's a little different. I don't know. She actually takes care of herself. She makes sure that like her nails are always done, her hair is done, like all that stuff. She's very she has a Tom Ford level of astuteness to the way that she takes care of herself, which I notice and appreciate. By the way, I appreciate it a lot. That's number one. And she's not afraid to go to like race. You know what I mean? Like, she's very honest. I appreciate her a lot. Like, this woman is hilarious. She makes me laugh a lot too. This woman is very, very funny. So when I told her about the situation, she's like, "Oh my God, yeah, am I the R word? You should tell him that I'm an R word." I was like, "No, I just told him that you're American and you don't know much," right? And she's like, "That's worse. Why would you tell him that?" And I'm like, "Because you don't know much," right? And she's like, You're lucky that we're having a great conversation and I like you," right? So then, what else happened? She's like, we brought her dessert on the house because I thought, we were the livest table in the whole restaurant. She was laughing loud. Her friend is funny. Like, it was just it was a perfect trinity. Like, we were just all having a good time. I'm like, "Yo, you have to try the ideale cake, like the honey cake. You guys know, like, the honey cake. That's like the Eastern European dessert, ideale cake." She tries it. She's like, "I don't know. It's giving graham cracker vibes." I'm like, how? Like, that's how? Tell me you're American without saying that you're American. You are trying one of the most legendary desserts of Eastern Europe, and you say that it gives you graham cracker vibes. She's like, "I'm being honest. Can I just be honest?" I'm like, "This is walnut. This is dulce de leche. This is honey. Like, how can you say like this is graham cracker vibes, right?" I was like, "This is nuts." I was like, "This is nuts." But it was just her way of like flirting, right? So we're going back and forth. She's like, we were talking about naivety, and she said, "There ain't nothing." I said, I like to retain my sense of naivety about a lot of topics, because I believe that if you get tainted with jadedness towards certain things, then you won't, you'll lose an aspect of understanding about those things, right? She's like, "There ain't nothing naive about you. Look at your arms. Look at the gains, bro." Look at the gains, bro. Do you think I believe that you're naive? I'm like, you could believe whatever the hell you want, Annie, right? Because like, we had such good chemistry. Like, she is funny as hell. Like, she makes me laugh a lot. This girl is hilarious. So give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Yeah. So we're chatting back and forth. There's a lot. You could tell there's like some tension going on. Not like angry tension, but she kept like giving me high fives. She was like showing me her manicure and giving me high fives. I'm like, "It's all nail. You're like scratching my palms," So where's Brandon? Brandon, are you still here? So her friend goes off to the bathroom. So she's just sitting there and she just looks. This is the quietest I've ever seen this woman because she loves to talk. She loves to talk. This girl, she loves to talk. And she's looking up like this because she put on her cardigan again because it got a little chilly. So she's like this, looking at me because I'm just standing up on the table, you know. And so I'm like, listen, I think we should trade contact information, right? I said, I think we should trade contact information. She's like, why do you think so? Right? Quiet. And I said, honestly, like you're very funny. I like talking to you. I think that we'd have a good time together. Like, I think that we should trade numbers. So she's like, that's very forward and sure, I'll give you my phone number. So she gives me her phone number and she keeps, I wrote it down on the thing because I didn't want to take out my phone. Right. So she's like, did you get it? Did you get the correct number? Like, it's that. Like, can I see the paper? Like, making sure that I got her phone number correctly. And I was just like, yeah, I got your phone number. She's like, okay. Because usually people will try to confirm, you know, they'll call instantly. I'm like, I'm on the clock, Annie. She's like, you got to stop calling me that. So, because I never like struck chemistry like that with some, like, she's hilarious. She just makes me laugh. This woman is so funny, man. I'm telling you. So, then her friend comes back and she was like, you know, this nice man asked me for my phone number. And Olga was like, yeah, he is a nice guy. I think that you guys would you know, have a good time together. And so then that second part of the conversation, she's like, she's like sneaking in the fact that she's like single, she doesn't have any kids, all that kind of stuff. So I didn't even respond to those comments. I was just like, I was nodding. I was like, yeah, that's cool. And so we were chatting back and forth. After she left, she's like, we're gonna keep it platonic. Nothing's gonna happen. And I'm like, yo, I think that's important. You know what I mean? Let's just be friends. And that's what I'm interested in too. So she leaves finally. This is like after like 2 hours in the restaurant, which is a lot, by the way. So we texted each other. She's like, what's going on, Jesus? I was like, yo, let's hang out. Let's go out somewhere, right? And so we're gonna go to this place in Soho tomorrow. Actually, we're supposed to go out tomorrow. And she's like, I think it's gonna be very fun. You get to hear my unabashed opinion on so many things. And I'm like, yeah, I expect nothing less. Your mouth is crazy, right? She's like, I hope that you mean that in a good way. And I'm like, yeah. Sir, is this gonna cause confusion with Miss Lady? No. Just hanging out as friends. What the heck is, what's the problem? Ain't nothing happening. There's nothing happening. Because like I said, Brandon, because you didn't listen. Because we were just seeing like the overarching thing. I think that she makes me laugh, which is, I think that's the most important, and genuinely laugh, because her angles are like, I don't know where she gets these angles from, of what she says. It's hilarious. No dinner, sir. No, just dinner, sir. No nightcap. That's the plan. I mean, he's not hearing me. Brandon, no one hears you. And this is what it's about, right? It's interesting. This is what life is about. It's about very profound individuals speaking their truth and people not listening to them. I told you that it's just going to be that. We're going to enjoy ourselves. I can see her drinking. I'm just going to have my sparkling water and all that kind of stuff. That's gonna be what happened. Worst case scenario, you get it. That's what I'm saying. Blairo, what's going on? That's what I'm interested in. I'm only interested in friendship with her anyway. Like, that's what it's gonna be about. Like, she's hilarious. This woman is hilarious. She is genuinely hilarious. And the fact that you can tell a lot about a person by that's the way that they carry themselves. Like, she she has that very, very astute awareness about how she presents herself to the world physically. That's number one. She loves the gym. I don't know a lot of women that are into that, like for sure. Um, Number two, she's like genuinely funny. Like the things that she says, like just the way she says things, the way she carries herself, the way she moves, like it's just I'm surprised that a woman like that is by herself because she's I think she's genuinely a good time for sure. So I think it'll just be fun. We're gonna go to Soho. It's still gonna be warm out tomorrow, so I'm just going to I'm gonna chill, and we're just gonna have a conversation. That's exactly it, Malmac. No one is trying to jump in the sack with everybody. Like that's not what we're doing. That's just not what we're doing. Being a mature adult is understanding that you could just have for like today. Like there's this the like I don't like to spill all my business, but there's a woman that I've met in the gym a very 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 long time ago, and I went up to her because obviously she's attractive. She's Japanese, but she was very shapely. But anyway, and she's short. She's like very tiny too. So we ended up having a thing, but we decided the mature route and just being friends. And so we've been going out to dinner all the time. We go to movies because she's my horror movie buddy. And like today we went out. I surprised her at the old gym that I used to go to in my in the neighborhood of my old apartment. And she's like, "Oh my God, Sombra, like I thought you just wanted to just walk. I didn't know that you wanted to make it like a whole hangout." And I was like, "Yeah." So we ended up going to this authentic Mexican restaurant, by the way. They had chile rellenas. They had all these dishes that I only seen on a menu from restaurants in La Ciudad de Mexico. And it's in this gentrified part of Brooklyn, which is my neighborhood. I was like, yo, this is insane. This is insane. I had a very good time. I had horchata. She had jugo de tamarindo. Like I was so amazed at the fact that they had like authentic, it was real Mexican food. I was like, yeah, this is it. I belong here for sure. Anyway, we're having a good conversation back and forth, and I was like, and she was in the reason why we were supposed to hang out a while ago is just that things popped up between us, and she went to Japan for a whole month. She went back to Japan for a whole month, which she's inviting me to. She wants me to go to Japan too, but I'm like, I'm gonna take my sister because I don't want to just. I promised my sister that we're going to Japan together for the first time. Like that was the childhood promise. So I can't go with this girl. But yeah, and she knows my sister. You know what's funny? My sister knows her because she was doing her manicures and pedicures at her nail salon because she has a nail salon, which is hilarious, in the city. This world is tiny. Just to let you know, this world is tiny. So. So it is a small world. Anyway, I realized she didn't watch Weapons. And I was like, yo, I watch Weapons. I went to go see it with my friend the other day. And she's like, oh, I really want to see it. And I'm like, let's go look at the times right now. So we looked at the movie time. She's like, you're willing to come see it with me somewhere? I was like, yeah, I don't care. I'll see it again. And it's a good time to spend with you. Like, I'm going to be gone for a little bit. So, yeah. So you're leaving next week. Yes. Can't wait to hear all about it, Nikki says. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Tomorrow's going to be hilarious. I feel like she's just going to make me laugh. She's going to have all this trepidation. I think it's just going to be dispelled because I think my whole personality is an icebreaker. So yeah, it's going to be very fun, very fun. I'm interested. I want to see what she's going to wear. I hope she doesn't wear that Mandy Moore cardigan again. Oh my gosh. And I'm going to enjoy my little sparkling water. Trepidation. Yeah. So it's going to be fun. Tomorrow's going to be fun. We're going to watch Weapons, and then I'm going to go see The American Annie. So it's going to be very fun. It's going to be very, very fun. Also, I need to go to sleep early tomorrow because we're going to be working for the entire week. You better not have them toes out. Yeah, Brandon, we got to chill, bro. We has to chill. She's gonna wear it, but just a different color. And I believe you, Montreal. I believe you. I believe you. Do you have male friends there? Yes, I do. What's up, K-Bay? What's up? The feet should be nice. These guys are sickos, man. Come on, like feet are not. But you gotta control yourselves. Like we gotta chill. That's ganardi. Like it's. Come on, guys. We can't be fiending like this. We really cannot be fiending. Like it's just. Oh, look at someone cheesing over there. She got you still. No, because Nikki, this woman is genuinely hilarious. Like speaking with her. I'm glad because even though I spoke with both the women at the table for a very long time, I felt like a lot of hesitation because I'm at work and so on and so forth. Even asking her for her number, like out in because she was in the first table. That's like out in every table's out in the open, and I'm tall too, ish. But it was just I thought that was like very very forward, but. I think my intentions were correct because I just saw her as a friend. You know what I mean? So he said, "Stop with the cap." It's not the cap. Yo, I like women just as much as the next guy, but I'm just really not fiending like that. That's just really what it is. With this other girl, I was just like, because I kept fighting to put something in a box, and that's not how some things work. You have to acknowledge other people's communication styles. And this is what I've acknowledged and internalized. Tallish, she must be 5'10". I'm 5'10". That's not tall, apparently. So that's why I said tallish. My mom, that's a good guess, by the way, Montreal. My mom told me that a fat chick is equivalent to a broke guy last night. Yeah, that's how it is. Except we thirsty in the United States. So we're going to take what we can get. And that's the problem. That's the problem in the United States. We're not really willing to hold out for something better. That's really what it is. Yeah. Yo, this is my brother 4L. Oh, for real. Except there are many broke slim women. That's true too. That's true too. I met this Georgian family. It was all women, and they were hilarious too. They were very matter of fact-ish. I called them out. I was like, "Yo, you got an accent. You're from Eastern Europe. What part of Eastern Europe are you from?" This is like yesterday. And they were like, "Oh, we're from Queens." I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't know Queens had accents like that. Where are you guys really from?" And the daughter was like, "We're from Georgia. I was born here in Queens, but I can speak the language." I was like, "Why you guys are hiding the fact that you're from Georgia? In a Georgian restaurant. Like, be proud of who you are." Steve Craig. Dum da dum da da dum dum da dum. Yeah, I can't touch this. Somebody. What's going on, Steve? It's been a minute. So she is someone you will see as a hanging out friend and nothing else. Yo, Brandon, do you this? You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. I think it's like they're not listening. Nobody listens. I'm not even gonna answer that. I take a broke slim woman over a rich fat one. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I think that's what it's about. I just couldn't do it. It's just too much weight. It's just too much weight. It's just too much weight in the United States. I just can't do it. You couldn't tell me. You get on YouTube, Minute to Live Life. And that's what it's about. You guys got to live your life. You got to go out and experience some stuff. Brandon, keep nitpicking. It's like, because he's not listening. I told, that's just a friend. Yo, so you're going to do that? Yo, how the feet going to look? I'm like, yo, Brandon, I told you for the 9th time that I'm only interested in just being around her because this woman makes me laugh. This is hilarious. He said, I see your expression and it seems more. No, Brandon, it's not. She's a beautiful woman, but it's nice to just have her around and talk because she has an identity. You can't hide. Okay, Brandon, sure. I'm kind of tired trying to explain myself to you, or in general to people. Like, this is just. Anyway, he said, I mean, any day. First of all, we shouldn't be chasing after overweight women in the first place. Literally, or just like, within the context of a relationship. It's just not going to be enjoyable. He said, Tommy, I just came to say hi. I haven't seen you in a bit. Hope you're well. Steve, I've been good, man. We're going on vacation, by the way, Steve, since you don't even know because you just came through. Hold on. Because you don't even know. Yo, we're going to Georgia. We're going to the goddamn Maglaba region. We're going to the goddamn Shislaba Rame Satshmeli region. We're going to the Shislaba Tskali region. We're going to the Kakheti region. You know, all that stuff. So we're going over there. Then we're going to go to 2 surprise countries in Europe. He said, petty Slavic. They ain't Slavic in Georgia. There's probably going to be some Slavic women for sure. But they're not Slavic over in Georgia. He said, I'm a Southern American. Okay. But the thick ones though, where? What are you talking about? Yeah, there's some. Brandon says he knows. I'm his voice of reasoning. No, you're just a man that's just not listening. That's just what it is. And you're creating what you believe to be true and projecting it. That's what you're doing. I already told you that she's just a person that I'm gonna be friends with. I want to know what she knows. I want to laugh. I just want to laugh. I just want to have very, 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 very what's the word? Very, very good times with her. I really just want to laugh. I truly just want to do that. And within the restaurant, this woman is loud, super American, but she's hilarious. I need that in my life for sure because I know I'm gonna be laughing. I'm on that side shoulder talking in your ear. No, you're like I said, you just are an individual that believes that he knows what or thinks you know what I know, but you don't. You're just projecting. It's really what it is. I told you this a million times. He said, Georgia's kind of, yes, it is. It is. There are no curves in Georgia. But actually, I come to say that's not really true. Because there was the family of women that I was speaking to in the restaurant the other day. Like, the daughter was curvy, and I didn't understand. I'm like, where is she from? I'm like, this can't be Georgia. And then she's like, yeah, I'm from Georgia. I'm like, what? What's going on? I didn't know that they had that over there. Let's see. Plato would be proud of your platonic aspirations. He'd be like, yes, he is learning. Very, very good. Many American people are into Pilates and look really good. I don't know what you're talking about. Not a lot. Many American people are into it, but they're not doing it. The majority of us in the United States are overweight, men and women. We need to do better. Straight up. We need to stop eating these DNA-altering foods. That's what we need to stop eating. We need to stop eating these gut microbiota altering foods. That's what we need to do. Wait a minute, you're not talking about the American state of Georgia. We don't waste our time traveling in the United States. This is not what Sombra does, because it's a waste of time. That's just calling it what it is. Why are you traveling in the United States? Imagine taking off a couple weeks from work, and then they're like, okay, Sombra, where are you going? You know, what are you planning to do? Oh, I'm gonna go to Atlanta, Georgia, and then I'm gonna head to Las Vegas. Like, what? What is over there? There's nothing over there. I'm gonna go to California. I'm gonna go to Seattle. What a waste of time. It's just a waste of time. Like, why are we traveling? I'm gonna go to Florida. Okay, maybe. I don't know. I wouldn't even do that. It's just a waste of time. We need to go to places that we don't know anything about. We have no genetic ties to the goddamn culture. That's what everyone needs to be doing. The United States is a big country and interesting if you haven't seen all the cities. I'm good. You could go see the cities for me, Monique. Please do that. Me, I'm not interested. I don't know anything I know a lot about American history. I do. But I'm not interested in going to the States. Imagine wasting your time using your PTO just to travel to go to goddamn Ohio, Wyoming, Missouri. Like, what is over there? Alabama, Kentucky. Like, that's a waste. That's such a waste of time. Kentucky or Hungary? Mississippi or Serbia? Like, these are not questions that people need to be asking. There's an obvious answer for that. Financially, I can't afford. Yes, you can. Let's talk about it right, Montreal. I'm gonna finish you right now. We're gonna go on Google Flights. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Siberia. What's going on? Yana, привет. Как дела? Devushka. Zombie, I have to tell you this. 2 days ago, I donated my movies to Goodwill. The bag of movies that you were trying to give to me, a little strange one. He said, I ate nothing in the States. We lost all culture. It's true. Let me see. I'm not overweight. 127.53. BF brought me to. Yeah, that's nice. That's what I'm saying, Brandon. That's what I'm saying. Being a Black American in Europe is great, especially where most blacks barely speak English. The thing is, the American swag, right, of the African American is a little coveted in a lot of places. But I don't know. You shouldn't lead with that. I think that you should try to be a self-actualized person and try to get to know people and get to know the culture. I think that's what it's about. That's what I'm gonna say. I don't lead with, because I don't know. I'm like more of an intellectual type of dude. I'm just interested in what this place is really about and what it really means. Grew up in a foreign country and I've traveled, so I'm good. That's great. I've done that too. I mean, I grew up here in New York, but I lived in England. I lived in Colombia. Let us. Where's Montreal? Montreal, where you at? Let me know where you live, so we could do some calculations. Tell me the state that you live in, if you live in the United States. I get it, son, bro. I'm a military brat. I spent 6 years in Germany. Let's go 3 in Heidelberg and 3 in Mannheim. All right, but I'm gonna run. Brooklyn parking sucks. I can imagine it does. You tell people from New York they think you're probably Jay-Z. Ha ha ha, Jay-Z. Right, going out of the United States is a good thing. See how people live in today. That's what I'm saying. I met a dude today. I was because I paid for the dinner, the dinner with the girl. Not the dinner. What do you call it? The lunch, right? With the girl, right? And I was like, she was like, oh, I meant to pay for the lunch because I didn't have a chance to give you a gift for your birthday. So I was like, oh, it's fine. You can get me sparkling water, right? That's just what I do. So we went to this deli, and I see some guy with a name tag on his shirt because he works in some building, and it says Zamal, and I was like, yo, that's an Albanian name. So I'm like, yo, do you speak Albanian? He's like, no. He's like, I'm from Montenegro. So I'm like, oh, so you speak Srpski or Montenegrin? He's like, how do you know that? I was like, yo, I visited your country. He's like, yo, no way. Where'd you go? I was like, yo, Podgorica. He's like, yo, Podgorica is nice, but I'm more up near the Albanian side, so down south of Montenegro. He's like, I have a place there. I'm like, yo, that's fire. I was like, let me show you the pictures. So I showed him the pictures. I ended up talking to this guy for like 10 minutes. I showed him the pictures of when I was driving in Montenegro and I was coming from Sarajevo. He's like, yo, that's fire. It's good to hear like Americans going over and checking out what's going on in Eastern Europe. I was like, yeah, of course. So that was the situation. He said, who the F is flying to Kentucky? And that's what I'm saying. Where's his name? Montreal. Tell me where you're from. Tell me your state. I'm gonna put it into Google Flights, and we're gonna just do some calculations. I'm gonna tell you how expensive it is. I think it's more expensive to get an Airbnb in the United States than it is outside. All right, Louisiana. All right, Louisiana. What's the name of your airport? New Orleans. We're just gonna say New Orleans. We going to let's go to New York. You coming to New York. You're gonna leave on the 1st of October and you're gonna come back on the 8th of October. Just a week, you know what I mean? Shreveport. Okay, I don't know. Shreveport. How do you use Shrev? Okay, Shreveport, Louisiana. Okay. Got it. It is $277 for a round trip to go to New York, right? That's one. Let's look up the Airbnb in New York. We already know what the prices are going to be with that. I'm just gonna, just for concrete evidence, I'm just gonna do this for you. That's what I'm saying. Strip clubs and loitering. This ain't nothing in Kentucky. All right, New York City. What was it? The 1st of October to the 8th. It's only gonna be Montreal by himself. Let's see. A room in West New York is $559 for 7 nights. Union City. Everything is in $843 to have a room in Brooklyn for a week. Like, that's insane. So you're paying $1,000, right, for New York. We now gonna go from Shreveport. I don't know how you say that, Shreveport, to London. Let's no. Let's try Hungary, Budapest, Budapest. Franz Litz. I didn't know this dude was Hungarian. Actually, Franz Litz. I had no idea. Oh shoot. Nah, these prices are nuts. Hold on. I think it's loading. Give me 1 second. Now these prices are nuts. Why does it cost $800 to go to Hungary? Where is Louisiana again? Give me 1 second. That's in the south, right? Let me see. It is. Let me see it on the map. Yeah, it's all the way south. Damn. Yeah, Hungary is far. Hold on. Yeah, it's deep south. These are non-issues if you have money. So it's $800 for a round trip ticket from where Montreal is at to go to Budapest. Let's find out the Airbnb cost. Budapest, right? Hungary. One guest. Oh, it's nothing. It's $200. Condo in Budapest, $200. So it's around the same price. The thing is, the plane ticket is expensive to go to Hungary. I don't know why it's so expensive. Maybe we could try another day. But yeah, it's East of Texas. I just peeped. Wow, that costs a lot. So it costs the same amount to go to New York and stay in New York to the cost of going to Hungary. That's insane. But what's more cultural? What's going on in New York? You paying, what was the condo you're paying for? Someplace in Williamsburg. There's a lot of rats in Williamsburg. There's a lot of liberals in Williamsburg. There's a lot of stuff going, progressive politics in Williamsburg. The nightlife is not even anything crazy. He said it took me $800 to take my fiance and I to Ohio from New York and back. Both, it was $800 each? No, it was $800 in total. And then how much was the stay? He said, okay, with a $2,400 budget, I can make it possible. Yeah, I'm telling you, first of all, with $2,400 in Hungary, that's a little too much. You probably only need 2,000. You probably only need 2,000 USD. To go, the $1,000 is to the travel and Airbnb accommodations. And then you don't even need to use $1,000, the rest of the $1,000 for that week. In New York, however, $1,000, $1,400 is not going to go very far. Dead serious. Especially if you're going out and trying to experience the place. Yeah, it's not going to go very far. Thanks for the info. I need you. Don't come to New York. Go to Hungary. Go to Serbia. Go to like Poland. Go to these places. Stop trying to. Don't go to these silly states, man. Let me see. New York to let's do JFK. Where we going? Where we go? Give me a New York state. A New York state. American state. We'll do California. I've never been to California. Let's do LA. It's $200 to fly to LA. He said, I'm more interested in Africa. Africa's fire too. I would like to go to Africa. Let's check that out. We're gonna do what's a good place in Africa to go to? Where do I want to? I'm gonna do Ethiopia. Right? So we're gonna put that next. So it's $184 to fly a round trip from October 1st to October 8th to go to Los Angeles. Ain't nothing in LA, by the way, except heathens. That's just the heathen spot. Let's type in Los Angeles, California Airbnb. We're getting all the way out of Hungary. We're going back here. Yeah, it's expensive in LA. Shared rooms all over the goddamn place. Yeah. Now it's expensive in LA. It's crazy. A shared room. Like, what is going North? Look at this. Why is it so expensive in LA? Oh, you said put in Ghana? I'll put in Ghana. No, I want to put in Ethiopia. You want to go to Ghana. I'm going to put in Ethiopia. All right, so that's that with LA. Let's do Ethiopia. Oops, I can't even spell. Addis Ababa. We're gonna go over there, capital. It's $1,000 to go to Ethiopia. No mames, because it's far. It's all the way on the east end of Africa. So yeah, that's deep. So $968. We have to go to Istanbul for an hour, and then I guess we fly down to Ethiopia. He said, I'd rather stay in a hotel than share a room with. You have no choice, Monique, unless you come in with the paper. Let's call it what it is. Unless you come in with paper. Ethiopia is almost as bad as Somalia. Hard pass. No, Ethiopia is wow. Heathen Central equals LA. We know this for sure. For sure. Ain't nothing in LA. Okay, let's do Airbnb in Addis Ababa. Let's see. It's 2 D's, eh? Pause. Oops. Okay, here we go. Search. How much are they charging? Yeah, get the hell out of LA. What is it? Amharic? Is that what that's the language in Ethiopia? A condo in Addis Ababa. This close to the airport where everything's going on. 150 USD. Usury Central, New York. You're picking 2 close dates. So you think we should spread it out a little bit? All right, let's do the 1st to the 15th. You got it. 1st to the 15th. Yeah, I'm all right. Best bang for your buck is going to Bulgaria. There we go. Now we got someone talented in the chat. He said you need to go to Varna or Sofia. Varna is more close to the sea. So if you're staying on the Black Sea, you got to go to Varna. Now somebody's talking sense. He said, I love the definition breakdown. This is what we do here on the channel. I like to do a lot of this because the traveling in the United States is just a waste of time. There ain't nothing over there. Let's just call it what it is. There's nothing in the United States for anybody. No, I meant the date from today. That's October 1st. That's like a month from now. Yo, we're officially in September over here. That's crazy. I love the Black Sea. It was beautiful when I went. Try January of next year. Okay, fine. We'll do what Montreal wants. Let's keep going. Okay. Fortunately, I'm a hunter. Let's go. Go to Cyprus. All right. Somebody give me another place. Where are we going? January 2nd, and then we're going to, January 16th. Those are the dates. I like the charm of small towns in America. There ain't nothing in America for me. And Monique, if you like it, I'm happy for you. I think everyone should go to where they feel a sense of connection. I like New York. I really do. I've come to appreciate. Let's talk about this. Let's take a little pause from this little activity that we've been doing. I've come to really appreciate New York. I used to talk all this crap about it, but I realized there's a lot of high level thinkers and operators and movers and shakers in this city, and I really appreciate it. I meet them in the restaurant. I meet them everywhere. And they're from various parts of the world. I appreciate New York so much. I don't know whether it's working at the Georgian restaurant. The Georgians have unlocked something in me. I'm gonna come completely clean. And it's cool because I would come back to my neighborhood and you see definitely the mismatch of that maturity, that emotional maturity and that acumen. I don't look down on anyone, but this is just what it is. The U.S. may be the world's strongest and richest country, but its history is no more than a few hundred years old. What's there to look at? And Usman is bringing it clean, I think you like New York because of the different types of people and cultures there. I don't think you would like New York as much as certain Texas cities. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of flat lands in Texas. It's hot. I'm not gonna lie, and don't get me wrong. There are very, very beautiful women in south of the United States, for sure. I will say that, for sure. But it's just that the software is not the best, and frankly, I'm not. And then what is really going on in these places? These guys don't really know about what's going on in Serbia, or Romania, or Africa. Like they don't know. They really don't. South Africa. They're not traveling like that in the United States, and so it's just going to be a disconnect. So what am I even doing? What are we even talking about? So there it is. There it is. And that's what it is. And that's what it is. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna drain the main vein, and I'm gonna come back. We're gonna have this conversation. Okay. New York has plenty of awesome people. They're just caught up in their own hustle. You just gotta know how to meet. No, New York is great. I've met a lot of people here. Like the girl, the woman she's from Boston that we're gonna go out with tomorrow. She's cool. Kiev, Ukraine. You gotta go to the West. We're not. If you're gonna go to Ukraine now, which I don't understand why you would, you have to go to the West. He said, "Is New Jersey better or New York?" No, New York. New York City. No, New York City is really top. There's way too many cultures here. There's a lot of things moving and shaking in New York. That's what it is. Where's Monique? Because Monique is a good contrasting voice. So I like to listen to contrasting voices. Where's Monique? Monique, where are you at? Monique. All right, here she is. It's just that the United States doesn't really have anything for me. I think that I've outgrown this place. New York, however, I think there's a lot of layers to the city, and I really appreciate it. You know, I really do. Have you been to all the 5 boroughs? Yes, of course, of course. I've explored every inch of this city. I really have. Bronx has a lot of stuff too. He said, Sombra, I have an idea. If you propose an American state tour, you get it banned. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Michael Scott, in all the countries that you visited, which country has the most fit, healthy women in shape? Now, Michael Scott, I didn't know that if you were still here, by the way. Michael Scott is asking the correct question. Let me answer Anthony's question, and I'm gonna really he was talking about Tortuga. He went to Tortuga. Tortuga is nuts, right? And all that stuff. Okay, but let me answer Michael's question in a little bit. Anthony said, since you speak Spanish, you should do every country in Central America. I have a plan to go through all the countries in Central America. First of all, the only Latin American country that I want to go back to with like all my heart is Mexico. Mexico has a very, very rich culture. The food is amazing. I have a lot of I don't know. There's some unspoken connection I have with that country. I don't know what it is, but I really appreciate Mexico. I'm gonna say how I feel. So I want to really go back to that country. I went there 2 years ago. I did La Ciudad. I told you guys, I did La Ciudad. We did Toluca, which is to the west. I did all over the goddamn city. I did Polanco, Condesa, Morelia. That's the neighborhood. Coyoacán, Tepozotlan, Teotihuacan, which was the pyramides. I did Coyoacán. I did a lot. Xochimilco, Puebla. I went to Puebla. We did everything, a lot of places in Mexico. So there's a lot more that I have to go to because there's Oaxaca, Puerto Escondido, Guadalajara, and Jalisco. We need to check out Guanajuato, all these places. Mexico is fire. I'm telling you, I need to go back. We need to go back. Mexico is where it's at. To answer Michael Scott, I think Albania probably has, and Serbia. Serbia has the most healthy, fit women in shape. Serbia. Their hair is long. They don't have the lumpy genetics. What does that mean? Is Sombra being mean? No, I'm not. I'm just calling it what it is. What is the lumpy genetics? In the United States, I don't know. I think it's the food. I don't think it's genetics. I think it's the food. Because this food is like DNA altering. Right? He said don't go there if you're short. I'm not going to, Dexter, I'm going to address that in a little bit. I know you're talking about Serbia, right? Because there's a lot of tall dudes in Serbia. There's a lot of healthy foods outside the United States. And they know how to sort of control yourself. He said, do you know Elvish? That's crazy. They know how to control themselves. So they're eating well. The thing is they smoke a lot, which that's neither here. I don't like that. That's super unhealthy. But there are a lot of fit women in Serbia for sure. In the gym, I saw a lot of talent. A lot of talent. They're losing weight, but they still have those. There's a lack of discipline in the United States. Let's just call it what it is. And by the way, in Brazil and Colombia, there's a big fit culture over there, fitness culture. So there's no excuses. It's just a lack of discipline in the United States. Dexter said, don't go to Serbia if you're short. That's kind of true. That's kind of true. I'm not gonna lie. In the gyms in Serbia, there were like 2 or 3 taller guys than me. They were like hovering, but they weren't really built like that. They weren't really built like that. And of course, I came in. I was doing leg day, and we know how. I don't know if you guys know how I get down in leg day. Sombra starts off with the barbell squats. We do one set of 225 pounds for 10, and then we go through 315, 3 sets for 8 reps each. We probably move up to 405, for 1 or 2 reps, something like that. And then we go on to Bulgarian split squats, and then we go on to what's the other one? Walking lunges with the dumbbells. Then we go on to the leg extensions. Then we go on to the other things. This is what I do. And I don't know. I haven't seen anyone in the gyms in Eastern Europe that was really doing what I was doing. Let's just call it what it is. I'm not even showing off or anything, but I didn't see anyone that was really going that far. First of all, the 315s for 8, 3 sets. Yeah, they weren't really doing that over there. Let's see. Sombra, run for president of the universe. You already have 1 vote. Thank you. Oh, shoot. Sombra del cielo. Gracias. Thank you. A polyglot. It's just that I just like to travel because that's very important. I think that it teaches you a lot when you travel. Pacific Islanders outpace Americans in obesity rates. Why? Because America had like the islands of Micronesia and all them. I know exactly what you're talking about, Monique. And the reason for that is because there's a lot of American influence in there, like the fast food joints, KFC, Popeyes, Jollibees, and all that stuff. They're all over those islands. Dead serious. There's not a lot of healthy foods in the Micronesian islands. And so, there are healthy options, but they're very scarce compared to a lot of the American fast food corporations that infiltrated those islands. All American influence. And don't even talk about first of all, the Pacific Islander genetics. We're not going to talk about them. Those guys are built to last. The taro wheat, we need to be putting the taro. They eat a lot of taro over there. There's some of them. First of all, they all come from the Maori tribe, which was um, they were sort of made extinct by during colonial times, the British colonial times. But they were coming from New Zealand. There's some of them in Australia. They were in Hawaii. But there's some of them left. Of course, there's some. And these guys are huge dudes, man. They're eating the taro wheat, and they're strong as hell. I don't want any problems with them. I'm gonna come completely clean. They're very healthy. He said taro is a root vegetable like potato. That's what I'm saying, and it has a lot of nutrients in there. Prime example: the Japanese that left Japan for Hawaii and became fatter because of the American diet. First of all, Japan. Fun fact about Japan: they are the most. I think they have the least amount of overweight, obese people in of any country. Look that up. Quote me on that, because I looked that up like 2 months ago, 2 months or 3 months ago. So the statistic is fresh in my head. But Japan, they're very fit in Japan. Why? Because they control their mouths. It's discipline. They control their mouths. We can't control ourselves over in the United States. And look at the Japanese. The thing is, Japanese food is actually not even that good for you. I looked at there's a lot of Japanese supermarkets that we have here in New York, and I use the Yuka app and I scan a lot of the items that they eat, a lot of the ingredients that they use in Japan. A lot of these things have toxic additives in their food, so they're not even eating the best food over there. But I still control myself. Imagine being in St. Petersburg. Do you feel like there is a war going on? Why do you keep asking me these silly questions? Like, of course there's something going on. Like, why are you asking me these questions? I see you ask it every single time you come into this live stream. Pacific Islanders long followed the practice of eugenics, meaning the strongest get to have more kids. That's true. That's true. That's very, very true. He said, thanks for answering my question. I do live in NYC also myself. However, I've been noticing a high volume of women come to the gym that are not in shape. The only thing is, which is good, they are not consistent goers. Because you come to the gym, I think that the gym needs to be a little less expensive. I'm going to come clean. Of course, Blink is all right. Like these public gyms, Blink, and it's fine. It's good prices. But there's a lot of gyms that are charging a premium to go in. And they basically function as social clubs. Like Temple in New York, like Equinox, Lifetime. Like these a lot of the guys that are going in there, they're not even fit. They're just basically it's basically a social club. But the thing is, just to touch up on what Michael was talking about, going to the gym is not enough. I see a lot of overweight women in the gym, a lot, especially where I'm at. And you need to know what to do. There's a lot of, and of course it's the diet thing. It's a whole thing with the gym. You can't just go and lift weights for a little while and think that you're just gonna eventually be all right. You need to have like plans in order. You need to have like routines in check. That's the thing with the gym. Like with me, I'm only now doing it for maintenance. I have my diet in check. I go to the gym and I do like a lot of heavy workouts, compound exercises, and I get the heck out of there. And of course I combine the weightlifting with the calisthenics. You got to know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing in the gym and you're just going, it's just going to be taxing. And plus, a lot of people are not talking to other people at the gym, especially if you are like a beginner and they can tell that you're a neophyte at the gym. That's a topic for another thing, but I don't know. I found the gym everywhere I go in the world. I think these guys are very, very, so I've always had a great time in every gym in every part of the world. Serbia was fire. Mexico was fire. Colombia was fire. Albania, it was fire. These guys, there's just a vibration that people that know how the gym operates function on. And they're very cool. They're very social. They're open to talk to, all that stuff. He said, I go to the gym for the free water. That's nuts. Do you have a Russian friend? Yes. Imagine if every machine in the gym was connected to a generator. So the gym is free because you do electricity inducing labor, essentially, right? It's very much the diet that people go to the gym and still eat ultra processed foods because I'm going to tell you something. And the thing is, in America, we have a lot of processed foods and a lot of artificial ingredients and toxic ingredients and additives in our food supply. But that's not an excuse. if you are on the internet, on social media, interested in every step of the what's the situation going on right now? I don't know. Selena Gomez talking about ice or whatever, right? If you're very tapped into social media, right? Why is it that you can't apply that same focus and concentration to the things in your life, especially considering food? There are a lot of healthy foods in the United States, and there are a lot of discount retailers that sell these foods in the United States. Yes, farmers markets are charging a premium. Maybe you should go there for your meats. That's a topic for another video as well. But you can definitely eat healthy in the United States, not necessarily premium. My job as a gym, I abuse the privilege. That's what you need to do. When I was working for the city, I got a big discount on Blink Fitness, which is the gym that I go to, and yeah, it was wonderful. My friend met his wife in the gym. Yeah, that's great. We all go to the gym for water. I fill up my 4-liter faithfully. Yeah, go to Blink. There it is, Michael. Blink is where it's at. Blink is where it's at. They work out together, and that's what it's about. You know, it's fun. It's fun to like. I love that. I like seeing. I think I see a lot more couples in my neighborhood go to the gym together, and I think it's really cool. I go hard at the gym though. I really like to. I just go for like an hour and change because it's all about maintenance now, and then I move on with my life. Alice, he said, "What's up? Congratulations on 6K subscribers. Oh, we got 6,000. Summer del Piso 6,000. That is so cool. And now we got to get to 7,000. Thank you so much, Alice, for the notification. It's good to hear from you again. So, bro, your personal. I had clients before. I did train some people. I'm talking so much. That's why my throat is getting raspy. But there is no excuse. In the United States, we are American. We have a lot of access to a lot of information. We can make a lot of money here in the United States. We could learn a lot of things in the United States. So we got to use this this opportunity of our birthright to optimize our lives. That's really what it is. What the hell is he talking about, man? Yeah, you gone, man. I saw an obese girl from Singapore in debt for spending on makeup. Meanwhile, she's big and her teeth are crooked. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what it is, and that's what's going on in Singapore. Oh man, that's what's going on with. That's not a. I keep feeling tempted to say a dime a dozen. That's very rare. By the way, speaking of svelte people, right? Svelte is a word that means like elegantly slim. China is very underrated when it comes to talent. I just want to let you guys know that right now. I was bamboozled. I was fooled. And we are very fooled here in the United States when it comes, I think, when it comes to the perception of Chinese women and Mexican women. I think that we are highly bamboozled in the United States. I think that we think that a lot of Mexican women are shaped like refrigerators and Chinese women are not attractive. And that's just not, I don't think that's the case. With my personal experience with Mexico, there's a lot of talent in Mexico. And especially, I didn't go to Guadalajara, but I heard that there's a lot of concentrated talent over there and in Michoacan and in Sinaloa. I'm not gonna go to Sinaloa. Some of you other guys could go gather that data for me. China has a lot of talent too. There's a lot of talent over there. Chengdu, Shenzhen, Chongqing. There's a lot of talent. I need to go to Asia. I've never been. So I would like to check that out for myself. And of course, obviously the culture, you know, whatnot. I want to know how many people are still, you know, believing in Confucianism. He said my ex-wife was Mexican. Where is she from, Brandon, in Mexico? I got to Mexico on a monthly basis, bro, and these women are cooked. I don't know, man. It depends on where you go. I think in Guadalajara, there's gotta be talent in there. He said not built like refrigerators, because that's what people are saying. And Mexican women are, first of all, there are very, very beautiful women because they come in as many shades as like Brazilians and Dominicans. And like there's this girl, I'm gonna tell you something. So I met this woman in Colombia, right? I have to strongly disagree with you on Mexico. Now I'm telling you, I'm gonna break it down right now. So there was this girl I met in Colombia. I was in what do you call it? La Provenza in Medellin, and I saw this girl. She looked like, I don't know, there was something attractive about her. She was like very like light skinned. She had like long hair, and then she had like these eyes, right? So I was just like, "Hola, cómo estás?" She looked at me like she saw like something evil, and then she just kept walking. I'm just like, "Yo, cómo estás? ¿Qué tal?" Right? Let me see. We getting this guy out of here. There are exceptions to the rule. You're right, Tipsy. Okay, maybe he's saying like for the majority, they're not that good. Okay, Tips. Okay, but let me continue. So I'm like, yo, ¿de dónde eres? I'm just trying to find out where you're from. So she stopped, and then she's like, oh, soy mexicana. I'm like, oh, ¿qué parte? ¿A qué parte de México vienes? Right? In 2022, I had very, very bad Spanish. So I kept trying to speak with her, and then she was very patient with me. She's like, "Oh, I'm from Mexico." What, blah, blah, blah. So long story short, we had a drink. She had alcohol. Well, she had ginger ale, and I had like some fresh drink, fresh juice. So we're talking and talking. We're having a good time and whatnot. And then she just got to Colombia on that day, so she went back to her place that she was staying at to like change her clothes. We went out to dinner. It was great. She came back to mine. It was fun. And then we kept hanging out. And I think she ended up going like somewhere else in Colombia, and then she came back and we hung out again. Then when I went to Mexico City the following year, she wanted to stay at my Airbnb for the whole trip. And I was like, no. I just want to, have my own space and whatnot. And I'll come visit you and your family. So she introduced me to her. She has two other sisters. And they're both very, very beautiful women, for sure. I'm like, I didn't know that like Mexicans could look like that. Like they were very beautiful. And we were all playing, we had pozole, like red pozole. We're playing dominoes. I won twice, by the way. Some of the people did his thing. And it was fun. It was great to meet her father, the mother. They were very traditional. I enjoyed everything that they had to say. They were very patient with my Spanish as well. They were very impressed that I knew as much Spanish as I did. But the idea is, like, there's a lot of talent over there. There's a lot of talent in Mexico. He said, I promise you, and that's the minority. we need to figure this out. If a baddie was chatting in broken English, would you freak out? But it depends, it depends. Man, you are global AF. I'm jealous because you have to find out what's going on in these countries. You have to. If you're not looking, then what are you even doing? You have to find out what's going on. You can't just listen to one source. Okay, Tipsy may have a point because he said he was traveling to Mexico like that a lot, so he knows. I don't know, man. There's a lot of I don't know. I think maybe in certain parts of Mexico, maybe there's a whole inundation of talent more than others. That's what I think. La Ciudad de Mexico is very beautiful. It's a very good place. He said, no, I go there monthly. He said, let me get one of them little Mexican baddies. I'm going on. I'm telling you, I think that there's a lot of talent in the country. At least, like when I went to the gym in Mexico, it was fire in there, for sure. He said, I slept the whole night and you're still alive. Yep. He said, let me get one. Yeah, I already read that. Yeah. So there's a lot of talent. I want to go to Brazil because there's a lot of different shades over there, and it's just the culture too. Like Brazil, they have a huge drum and bass culture in Brazil, which I need to check that out because I didn't know they were into drum and bass like that. He said, in my experience, the talent is concentrated in South America. This is what I'm hearing. This is what I'm understanding now. You should host a group travel at least one time for the year where y'all travel and link up, explore with each other. I think that would be fire too. That we're trying to do that for Colombia right now because I don't like what's going on with. I have like this guy Horizon. I love him to death. He's like my son, and he really is pushing for America. Like Detroit is the best and whatnot, and I can't agree with him. So I think that, and of course he's saving his money. He's doing very, very, very well for himself financially, and he's going to school. He's very young. He's 22. So I want to take him out of the United States so he can see what's going on over there. And so the seed will be planted for him to look beyond what's going on. He said Central America is cooked. I don't. Is it really? I heard Costa Rica. I don't know. I heard different with Costa Rica and Puerto Rico, right? That's in the Caribbean. Yeah, no, I heard it. I heard it a little different. I wouldn't rush over there. I'm not gonna. I'm gonna keep it a being, but Americans are being fed a diet of processed chicken tenders and Nick Fuentes podcast. It's crazy. Do you have a type? Yes, fit. Fit, long hair, and open to long, lengthy discussions about metaphysics and ascension. That's my type. I want to go to Ethiopia. I need to go to Ethiopia because I heard a lot of good things about Ethiopia. FYI. I do have a tie, I guess. I mean, we all like who we like, right? Ram, what's going on, man? Costa Rica and Belize are exceptions. That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, I heard different, you know? What about New York girls? I don't know. It all depends. It all depends. It all depends. Yeah, it all depends. Passport bro going to Ethiopia. I'm not a passport bro. I like to travel and explore. By the way, we lived in Colombia for 3 months and we learned Spanish, by the way. So I don't know. I don't think I qualify as one of these guys. And I actually make friends with the males in these places because they know a lot. I think you need to look at the channel, my friend. You need to look at the channel. Down south women are better than New York women, and there we're speaking about something truthful and honest. There ain't nothing with the women in New York. Most are fat and entitled, to be honest. It's crazy. Don't go to Ethiopia, you won't come back. Really? We're gonna see. The Africa travels are gonna happen soon. Cause I don't know. I need to go over there. Yeah, there's a lot of weight in the United States, and I say this in every live stream. So we have to stop that. It's crazy. Who is this? Fentanyl Lord. Hey, interested in some ill. It's weird. Dino Viets, it's been a while. What's going on? Do you know that we planned the trip to Georgia? I'm going to Georgia next Sunday. This Sunday coming up. No, Ethiopia, you'll fall in love. I believe it. He said, hey, yo. Yeah, recycling. These guys are strange over there, for sure. The gym that you went to in Mexico, how was their gym equipment and layout? Because my Blink gym sucks. First of all, you're paying less in like Latin America for the gym, and they have way better equipment. The equipment that I have in my Blink, in my neighborhood, is actually very nice. It's very updated. For a lot of people don't use the squat machines, or the squat racks. Why? Because men don't like doing legs. I don't know why. I think these guys are silly for that. But to each his own. Y'all can do what you want. That stuff, I think that provides longevity of health. But hey, it is what it is. What else? I went to Sports World. I don't know it was Michael, right? I went to a place called Sports World. It's somewhere in La Ciudad de Mexico because I was staying in Condesa. So I used to walk to this gym all the time, and it was nice in there. There was this older woman we got to know because she was staring at me from the treadmill, and we ended up just chatting. I was like, "Where are you from? I mean, where part of Mexico are you from? What are you working out? You know, just like it's like simple gym questions." And then we ended up going out that night, which was really cool. But no, Mexico is cool. Mexico, I need to explore more of that country. So I was in Sweden and sailing, and my data there is expensive. By the way, be careful. Ethiopian girls are so and there it is. And there it is. You know, this is what I heard. And of course, I just want to find out because remember, Ethiopia is a very, very old civilization as well. So I want to find out what's a little bit about their history, a little bit more about their history. But it's good to know that you had fun. Yeah, you in Mexico though. The thing is, I didn't know so much about what was going on with the water. You know, the Moctezuma's revenge thing, and so my stomach was destroyed in Mexico. I didn't know what was going on. So anyway, it's almost 1 o'clock. I have another long day ahead of me. Another long one. I have to go to the gym quickly, work out, and then I have to get dressed and go meet my friend because she is taking me to see Weapons again because she didn't see it because she was in Japan. So we have to get that done. Recently, an African American woman fitness trainer told out of shape women on TikTok that they didn't deserve relationships. That's a little direct. I'm gonna come clean. That's a little too direct. I don't know if I would I say that? I don't know. I don't know if I would say that. But but she has to, that's a little direct. I think there are ways to say that. He said women don't deserve relationships. There are a lot of big women, I'm telling you. I don't know. I told you guys the situation, right? When I re-met with the girl. When I re-met with the girl, the Albanian girl, and we went out for dinner. I took her out for dinner. I was waiting by the bar at first, and I was in like this African American restaurant, this Thai fusion restaurant, which was like mostly African American. So that means that there's no Thai chefs in there, and I had a feeling the food was going to be bad, and of course my intuition was correct. But anyway, he said, "What was her at? Who? Oh, the fitness trainer." Kevin Samuels was saying the same thing. I don't know a lot of what he said. I know he said a lot of crazy things, like strong things pertaining to dating. But anyway, so I'm there. This woman comes in, she had the stomach hanging out and everything, camo pants, and I'm just like, I didn't think anything. I just actually was enjoying my sparkling water. That's what I was doing. And so she ordered some drink with some lychee in it, and she kept looking over at me, and I was just waiting for this girl. I don't know, because you guys remember, I don't know if the regulars in the chat, you guys remember how I was feeling back then. I was just like, oh my gosh, what's gonna happen? What does she really want? Why is she agreeing to meeting up with me? All this kind of stuff. I was thinking, I was overthinking. So she comes in, the Albanian girl. By the way, she's the only light-skinned person in the goddamn establishment. And she had some dress on. The thing with her, she really doesn't need to do much. Everybody deserves a relationship. There's someone out there for everyone. I'm not into big girls, but they still deserve to be happy. I think they expect a lot. I think that's the thing, Dino Beats. And they're not willing to put in the self-work in order to attract that. They feel entitled to it, and that's the issue. So she comes in, and the girl, apparently the woman, I didn't know what the woman behind me was doing, right? I didn't know what the woman behind me was doing. So she gave me a hug. She's like, "Somer, it's very good to see you. It's been a long time." I was like, "Yeah." So we end up going and sitting down, and she's like, "Somer, there was this guy behind you, and there's this woman behind you that gave me like this crazy stare," and I was like, "Oh, why do you think that was the case?" She's like, "I can give you a million reasons why I think that's the case, but I don't want to make the night a bad night, right?" I was like, "Oh, okay." It's been real. Thanks for the chat and info. Have a good one, big dog. We'll tune in again. Peace and chicken grease. Peas and chicken grease. I love that. Yeah. 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 Do I like black girls? Yes, I like black women. Why wouldn't I like black women? Like I told you, and I see you kept writing the same thing over and over. Why does that even really matter? Like, who cares what they look like? Like, why does that matter? Yeah, Nolan, this is silly stuff. That's what I'm saying. These guys like come in and try to like have these narratives. It's like, who cares if they're black, white, Hispanic, Chinese? Like that stuff doesn't matter. Come on. That's to answer your initial question. Yes, I do like black women. I think in Brazil, Brazil and Ethiopia, I think that's the best places to find dark skinned women, hands down. You're not gonna find any them anywhere else with more talent. That's just my personal opinion. But anyway, um, yeah, that's what happened. I think there's a lot of there's a lot of interesting situations um, going on. There's a lot of weight in the United States. And that's what Dino Vitz, I think you said it right. I just like girls. That's what it is. I think I just like women too. That's really what it is. I don't care really what they look like. I mean, I do care what they look like, of course. Um, but they have to take care of themselves and just have a good personality. That should be very open. But anyway, guys, it's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. Chill Summer, my current crush is 250 pounds. Yeah, you no. Recycling, you got to be trolling. Recycling, you can't. No. He said I could fix her. Listen, and I don't think that I should deter you from taking on any sort of project. If you believe in something, go for it. I believe in you. Recycling, you always have me to back you up. I'm just gonna let you know that. But hey. Anyway, I will. Recycling, if you need the motivation and the morale boost, I'm there. It's just that that's not an endeavor I'll take on for myself. Man, Instagram is saying so much crap about New York. He's like, you spend all your money on rent to live in NYC. Is it worth it? Yesterday, I cried myself to sleep. I'm telling you, it's not that drastic in New York. It's not that drastic in New York. It's that these guys are spending outside of their means, and that's always been the problem. That's always been the problem. If you spend outside of your means, you will always have problems. That's really what it is. You keep spending all this money on cocktails, groceries that you're not going to eat, supermarkets that are overpriced, things that you're not going to use, all this stuff. You're not doing budgeting, and that's the issue. I don't think people are going to get it. Anyway, it's 12:55 here. When you go to Georgia, I'll send you some money for that bottle of wine. No, you won't, Dino Vates. I'm just gonna get it because it's cheap over there. Look. Let's find out right now. Chateau, come on, Chateau Mukrani. What is it that you wanted, by the way? What kind of bottle of wine? You're not sending me anything, Dino Vates. I'm gonna get it for you because you're a cool guy. What kind of wine do you want? From Melbourne. What's going on, Matza? I'm about to leave. Of course, I'm of legal drinking age. I just choose not to drink because I just don't want to drink. Red wine. Okay, so we'll get you the Saperavi Superior. I already know Chateau Bucrani. I'll get you a really good one. Let's see. Let me see how much these bottles are. A dry red, the Shav Capito. That's a red. How much is this? 2019. That is a 6-year. Give me 1 second. Let me see. How much is it? As a vintage. Where to buy? I don't know if I should get I don't know how mom feels about wine. I don't think she drinks like that. And I don't want to get her one of these Georgian wines that she's never going to use it. Are we eating with the food? No. We can do the Kferi. Edition Limitée, Castelli, Sauvignon Blanc. This is like French mix as well. Oops. Yeah, it's like they got a lot of stuff going on in Chateau Mukrani. Okay, events. I need to look at this website and actually plan something. You said try something from Australia, a wine from Australia. We're in Georgia. If I drank, I would drink a Georgian wine before I drink anything else because they started wines in the world. Yeah, Dino Beats. Give me. I'm gonna go to this place and I'll just get the bottle. It's all right. No, don't worry about it. Maybe you could paint something for me. I don't know. Maybe you could paint something for me. How much does it cost to get married at the Chateau Moukrani? It's $15,000. Yeah, I'm good. Let me see. No, I want to see how much Georgian Lottie. I looked at the price. You know what? Let me see. Chateau Moukrani menu. Because they also sell the bottles of wine on the menu. I just want to see. I have it saved here. I just want to see how much a bottle of wine. Where's the menu, man? Okay, is it gonna show me here? Dinovitz with the 200 Danish kroner or something kroner. Thank you. Oh, wow, that's a lot of money. What is that? That's like $30. Thank you very much, Dinovitz. That's not for the wine, by the way, because I'm still gonna send it to you. You know, that stuff doesn't matter. Hey, they got my restaurant on the website. It's crazy. Kinza Meruli. What kind of red are you looking for anyway, Dinovitz? We can clarify this the closer we get to the date. Let me see. This is the Oh, it's really inexpensive over here in Chateau Moukrani. It's crazy. Okay, here we go. The wine bar. Do they have a menu, please? Where are the menus? What is going on? Where are the menus? Anyway. And ask the natives a bottle from a little family farm is fine for me. Okay. Okay. Anyway, thank you very much, Dinovitz. We're gonna get this stuff done. Don't you worry. Anyway, guys, I love you all, but Somewhere That Piso has to get the heck out of here because life is calling my name, and I can't ignore it. The bed is calling my name, and I can't ignore it. So, ciao, ciao, ciao. I love you all. Don't let this place get you down. Stay radiant. And stop getting fixated on race. The more you get fixated on race, the more you lose in sight of the plot, and you just don't win. I'm telling you, you're just gonna keep sinking into something silly. Let us keep going forward. Love you guys all of you guys, and I'm going to talk to you later. Stay radiant. Ciao. See you, Matza. Thanks for stopping by. Dinovitz, I love you. And who else is in here? Recycling Guy, I love you too. Peace. Adios, Mike Schumacher. Peace.